Hey, what's happening? Chris Azari here from the Daily SEM.com, bringing you the local marketing vault review, right? I'm going to try to just come right out with it, get right to the point. I'm going to go through my review, so it might get a little long-winded, but listen, like if you're here looking for a review of the local marketing vault, and you're thinking about investing the time and the money into it, then listen to what I have to say. I've talked to hundreds of people. I've had multiple reviews and videos online for a while, and I've talked to lots of people like you that have called me, asked me questions, and then signed up into the group, right? It's like, so okay, so why are you doing a review? Like, are you making money from this? Like, yeah, I'm making money from this. Like, I'm going to make, if you sign up and join the vault, I will make some money from it, right? And there's a couple ways to do that, right? There is an affiliate program, okay? I'm telling you that straight up. But the big money is doing the partnerships, right? When I talk to people like you that come into the vault, what happens? They come in, they join, right? They do the training, they follow all the things, but I already have a relationship with you if you come in, right? So a lot of times people reach out to me. And right now, with people that I have signed up, I've got, well, with one person, I've got two active campaigns going on right now, bringing in about $1,500 a month. I've got another one active that's bringing $500 a month. And then I've had one-time deals where I've made anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 doing web design, helping them out with that. So essentially, when I talk to you and you come into the vault and you need some help, I want to be the guy to help you, right? Because we can build these partnerships, right? So for the last, I think, year and a half, I've had about $1,500 on recurring passive income from a guy that I brought into the group, right? So listen, yeah, I want you to join, right? There's lots of pros, there's some negatives, right? And it's all, people do great with this, and then there's some people who fail, right? And there's just some people who are going to fail, like, no matter what they do. I hate to break it to you, right? But if you're not putting in the time and the effort, right? There's no push button system. This gets pretty close if you really understand it, but essentially you got to put in the time, you got to put in the effort, right? So let's just get right to the nitty gritty of costs, right? Because that's what everybody asks. What does it cost? I don't see anywhere what it costs. Is this a scam? Is this a scam? So no, it's not a scam. And listen, the cost is. Let me just scroll down to the section here in my review where I talk about the cost. And I thought I just had it up here. So basically, here, I'm using my thing. Let me get transparent with you, right? When I signed up, I joined the program for I paid $3,500 to get in the program. That was 2017, right? And yeah, the course, it's got like 5 times more just campaigns, instructions, just videos, test everything. It's just way more of a course than it was when I joined, right? And essentially, at the time, I could have gotten to in a payment plan. I was on a payment plan, and I only did the payment plan because I was like, all right, if this is a scam, then I can just cancel the card and I'll be done with it, right? So if I would have paid up front, I would have probably saved $500. Instead, I just paid an extra $500 because I put it on the card. Ultimately, it was on my credit card, so it was the same money anyway, so I should have just paid the $3,000 up front. But again, so how much does it cost nowadays? I know there's different packages. I'm not a coach. I don't know. Listen, you're talking to a sales guy who's trying to talk to you and understand where you're coming from. And not only that, like, I know people have heard this before probably, but like, when they want to make sure you're a good fit, right? Because when people come in and they go through the sales call, that's also like a weeding out, right? Because they want people that are going to be motivated. They don't want people that are going to come in and complain every 2 seconds they hit a problem. Like, you're going to hit problems, right? Like, I tell everyone that comes in, listen, fail fast. Fail fast. Just go, go, go. The more times you fail, the quicker you fail, the better you're going to get, right? And there's also a thing where they talk about how many no's, like get your 5 no's a day, because for every like 100 no's you get, you're going to get a yes. So it's just like repetition and figuring this stuff out, right? But essentially the whole process is really to weed people out, because yeah, I've seen people come into the group and it's like they come into the group, they don't go and do the first thing they're supposed to do, which is watch like the intro videos, and they're literally in the group for 5 minutes. They're asking the questions that are answered like literally in like the first 2 minutes of the video. So it's like, if you're just going to jump in and not listen to the rules, not follow Jason, you're going to run into some speed bumps, right? So they do try to weed that out, because we want a positive group. We want people that are going to come in ready to go, know that they might struggle a little bit in the beginning, but ultimately there's tons of support and everything is just a proven system, right? So so basically, I know the prices can range, anywhere from like $4,000 to $7,500, which gets you access. I know there's certain levels. Again, I'm not a coach, so I don't know the exact things, right? now I say in here, like, if the course was 10,000, would I have joined? At the time, probably not. Like, I mean, if it was 10 grand, that's a lot of money. I mean, but now looking back, like, if I knew what I was getting myself into, like, 10K would have been a no-brainer, like, easy, no doubt about it. And even here, I'm saying in February 2020 alone, I can calculate $6,850 of new income I took in via local marketing partnerships, right? So essentially, 3,350, that's a month, is a monthly retainer. So if all goes well and we keep the clients, effectively I've added $40,200 to my yearly income. Like, that's pretty nuts. You know what I mean? So that's half the battle with the marketing vault. Is like, when you come in, even if you don't know what you're doing, you can partner up real quick. If you had an idea of somebody who you knew you could bring into the vault and was like one of the niches in the vault, and you didn't know what you were doing yet, there is a preferred partner page where people have been vetted and pay money to be in there. And you can just go in there and say, hey, you look like you're an expert at yoga. I have a friend that has a yoga business. Can we make something happen? And you come in with them, you get on the phone, you sell the program. They basically run it all for you, and you just collect a monthly retainer, maybe $200-300 out of that for doing basically nothing but an introduction, right? As you can build up some of your skills and learn how to get other clients, learn how to do the tech side of things and all that stuff, right? So essentially, coming into the business and coming into the vault, you just have, I think we're 5,002 members right now as of March 3rd. So yeah, I mean, you can come in and hit the ground running real fast, even if you have some connections and people you want to introduce and do some partnerships, right? But ultimately, let's just go through this review. And like I said, I'm already at 6 minutes here. This could be a long one, but again, if you're going to invest the money and the time, then listen to my review. I'm going to answer a lot of questions you probably have. It's like, here's like, grab a cup of coffee. It's a deep one. Either you're going to love me or hate me, right? And I only say that because, like, yeah, listen, I'm pro local marketing vault. I'm telling you, like, I want you to join. If you're here, I want you to join the local marketing vault, right? Are there other programs out there? Yeah, I'm sure there are other programs out there that can do some of the same stuff, but I don't know, right? Luckily I stumbled onto this one. I grabbed the hold of it. I took the ball. I ran with it. I'm doing really well. Just for ha-has here, just to show you, this is my February right now. This is, and actually, let's see if you can see here, this is my wave payments from February 1st to 26th, right? And this is some of my PayPal payments, right? So $20,502 of income. And actually, I ended up getting about another almost 3,000. So essentially, I hit $30,000 this month. That's a first in my whole career of internet marketing, everything. So $30,000 income. Now, it's not all profit, but a good chunk of it is profit. And there was a couple big deals in there, but like one partnership, and I'll even scroll back into here. One of the deals in here. Where is it? I thought I had it on this page. I'll show you on another page. One of the deals was a $10,000 deal that I had actually gotten through a partnership. One of the ladies called me in. We got on the phone. We went back and forth, and boom, we got this deal. So all I'm saying is, there's so much potential here, right? So again, if you're really looking for the last program you're ever going to buy, the local marketing vault might just be for you, right? And I don't say it lightly, because I have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on different programs and all sorts of things. I've spent so much money. I've pissed away so much money on stupid things, stupid push button things that when you get into it, it's not push button. It doesn't work, or it'll work for a couple weeks and then it blows up. Or I join a Facebook group and then it's really busy and cool for like a month or two, but nobody's active. Nobody answers your questions. And then it just fizzles off. But like, I've literally been in this group since October 2017. It's March 3rd, 2020. The thing is still going strong, right? The guys still come on weekly calls. Like, it's a good group. I say, if you don't have time to go through this, then you know what? Then maybe at this point, there's no point in reading further, because, like I said, I'm trying to like not sound harsh, but it's the truth. I talk to so many people who have excuses, right? But like, they love what the vault has to offer, but then they back out. So I don't know why, like, what's holding you back. And if it's the price, figure out a payment plan, get on a credit card or something, like, but you have to commit to something, or again, I'll guarantee you're going to fail, right? So here's some table of contents. Who's this for? What category you fall into? And here's my story, my King of the World story. What is the vault? The dashboard, the cost. We already kind of went over that. Is it a scam? Who's Jason? Who's James? Frequently asked questions. The cons of LMV. Right. So, all right. I'm sorry if I go fast here. I always want to just go fast because I'm already at 9 minutes here. But I do get passionate about this because like I said, I've talked to so many, you know how many times I mean, got to be, I don't know, a couple hundred. And I'd say probably half of those people have joined. And I've spent like, a good 45-minute hour phone calls with these people. And, and again, like, I love talking about this stuff. I love seeing people come in and succeed. Like, it's a great thing, right? So I don't know how you got here. Maybe you were searching for local marketing vault. Right? Maybe you were looking for something else, like maybe, if you've dealt with some of these things, like, right, if you've come from an SEO background, which is engine optimization, right? It takes a long time, right? It's like 3 to 4 months to get some results, where basically, with this, you're going to get results in like 2 to 3 days, right? So you could tell a client, hey, do you want results in like 2 to 3 days or like 2 to 3 months? And SEO is still good. Trust me, I do it all the time. I do make good money from it, right? But again, if you dealt with the following programs that don't deliver, confused about where to start with a website, a funnel, the advertising, if you spent thousands on other programs and they left you more confused and burnt out, you joined a group where all they do is sell you more stuff, or you joined a group that said it's complete beginners, but it was a lie, right? If you're looking for a program that will help you do the following: land clients much faster, much easier, get them results now, have a blueprint laid out in front of you, right? That's the biggest thing here, is the blueprint, right? Like, Jason constantly harps on, like, did you follow the checklist? Because he's put together an amazing checklist, right? And he'll tell people will come in and they'll be frustrated in the group, like, oh, I'm not doing it. And then he'll say, let me see your checklist. Oh, I didn't do it. Yeah, you didn't do it because you're not following all the checks and doing all the things you're supposed to do, right? Like, it's a system. And when you're following that, it works. And then the beautiful part of more of the blueprint is the funnels, is everything is built out for you, right? Like, these guys have put this stuff together and tested it. It's like you're simply like stamping this stuff out. Every client will be a little bit different, but if you basically follow what they teach you, you're going to get good results, right? So again, like, with all that said, you probably fall into 3 categories, right? You've never done anything before with making money online. You have no clue what any of this is about. Or maybe you've tried a couple courses, did some drop shipping, eBay sales, Amazon, or you made stuff on Etsy or sold some stuff. Maybe you tried launching your own blog on YouTube with hopes of it going viral or something like that. But, that takes time, and you got to really have good stuff to stand out, and you have to know how to get that stuff to stand out too, right? Or 3, you might just know what you're doing. Like, you're a marketing wizard, you do SEO, you pick up stuff really fast, and you're just looking for an edge. Like, that's kind of where I came from, and I'll go into that more, right? So, which one are you, right? What does it sound like? So, I mean, I don't want to go through all this stuff, but like, what if you are all new to this? You don't have a clue, right? Like, I say the local market is almost perfect for you, because like I said, I'm a number 3, right? So I came into the vault knowing a lot. Like, I had a lot of information, but I got like in my own way. Sometimes I would tell people, like, I wish I came in knowing nothing and just had to follow the course and do all the things Jason tells me and just not get in my own way. Because in the beginning, I kind of like, I took some stuff and I tried to like run with it, and then it just blew up my face. And then when I finally just said, okay, I'm going to follow exactly what they're saying, run this funnel, and boom, I got results. Go figure, right? Again, you're going to learn a lot as a beginner, so it can be information overload, but I'll go back to like, follow the process, right? The first thing you're going to learn is how to get clients, because without clients, you have nothing, right? So, and again, a lot of people will come in and they'll jump in and be like, what do I need to buy? Like, what do I need to buy? Like, and you do, like, when you join the group, you're going to have to get, basically, depending on where you're coming from, but the majority of people are going to need a ClickFunnels account. You're going to need a Zapier account, a Woofu account, and then maybe call tracking. So like, you can be anywhere from like $150 a month cost for that, but you're only doing that when you have a client, right? So the client is paying for that. So people will jump in, they go and sign up for all this stuff, and they're not figuring out how to get clients first, and then they're trying to do all these tech things. It's like, don't worry about that. Get the client. As soon as you have the client, that's the problem you want. You want to have the client with maybe not knowing what to do, because then you can follow either the directions, or if you get stuck, you can go into the preferred partnership. You can post in the group of 5,000 people. And I'm telling you, if you put something out there saying, I have a client who wants to give us money, I need someone to help me with this, people are going to jump at it, and people want to make money, so they're going to help you, right? So again, teaching you how to, like, 7 or 8 methods. Again, don't quote me on that, on how to get clients, but all different ways, on the computer, on the phone, on going door to door, in the mail, even, all different ways, right? So it's crazy. And again, if you're scared of the tech side, you can partner with some of the group. So maybe you are a tech person. You just want to deal with tech and you want to do all the tech stuff, right? So you can be the tech guy for people. Or maybe you're just the sales guy and you want to do sales, so you can be the sales guy. So there's so many different ways about it. Maybe you want to run it all and you're going to learn it all. That's great too. And back to getting clients, you're going to learn how to close the clients. They have a 6-circle close tactic where you're just helping them understand their actual needs. And then you get a client qualification interview process, which you're actually interviewing the client, right? Because trust me, when you're talking to a client, and if they're just being completely insane, that is not a client you're going to want, because it's going to blow up on you. So the CQI is basically a process which lets you just kind of eliminate like some clients that you may not want to work with, because essentially you may go through that process and be like, oh, you know what, maybe this isn't a good fit. Because trust me, crazy clients are not fun. But yeah, again, you decide what you want. It's all in the training. All this stuff is in the training that I'm talking about, right? What if you're number two? You tried a bunch of courses, there's people, I know people, oh, I spent that, I've done MLM, I've done this, I put money in this, I put money in that. Maybe $1,000 got you into private Facebook group, been there, done that. Things are dead now. Maybe you tried Amazon, eBay, your own blog, your YouTube channel. Maybe you've got some affiliate marketing, client things over the years, but a lot of times you could put 6 months to a year into some of these projects. And if you don't really know what you're doing, it's tough. You can sell stuff on Amazon, you can sell stuff on eBay. I mean, there's definitely good money to be had there, but the way the local marketing vault has really the results now process is just a game changer, right? And I say in here, hindsight, like I wish I'd found the local marketing vault type of training 10 years ago and used the strategies, because if you have any type of SEO internet marketing training, it takes time to get traction and results. With LMV, it's literally results now versus results later, right? So I was always afraid of kind of the type of training in the marketing vault, because you have to you're paying Facebook for an ad, you're paying Google for an ad. But the thing is you're getting that traffic and the people instantly, right? You just have to have the right thing to send them to. Now, back in the day, I never had the right thing to send them to. And I'll actually segue into this real quick. When I first joined the Vault and I started logging back into my Google Ads account, and my Google and my Facebook ad account, I remember looking at the lifetime spend, and I think my lifetime spend on Facebook was like 35 or 400 or something like that, and then on Google it was like, I think it was close to like 38 or 4,000, something like that, right? So I'm sitting there going, what did I spend almost $8,000 on all these ads over the last like 5 years? And I'm sitting there and like, I know what I spent it on. I spent it on not having a plan, right? Sometimes I would come in and be like, all right, today's going to be the day where I crack Facebook, right? And I start to run some ads, and I send it to a page which I didn't really work on. I didn't really test. I don't really know what I'm doing. And, spend $200-$300, and then this doesn't work. Forget it. Blah, blah, blah. Same with Google, right? So essentially, like over those 5 years, I basically like friggin' just wasted my money on a plan like that. I had no idea. So what I'm getting to is like, that's the beauty of the stuff in the vault, right? Like Jason and James have ran their own these funnels, right? They ran them in Google, they ran them in Facebook. They wasted the 2, 3, 4, 500 thousands of dollars on the vault to get it right? So essentially, you're getting their funnel that is proven to work with the ad copy, all the stuff, and now you're just putting it in there, right? And you're running the ads, and like you're almost not guaranteed, because everything's a little bit different. I mean, listen, it's not rainbows and butterflies. Stuff's going to be different. You have to test the waters. That's why we teach in the vault how to do trials, right? You do a small trial to test an area. Maybe one area doesn't work as well. Like it's not a super populated area, right? And again, I told you this review was going to kind of go all over, and this is the things that come up. Like the trials are very good, because what happens is you can do a trial with a potential client. It does two things for you. It lets you test the waters to see what kind of results you're going to get, right? So if you're getting results, now you could see how the client is handling the results, right? If you're getting leads and the client isn't calling them, isn't doing anything with them, and then giving you crap because he's saying, these leads are garbage because they didn't follow up for like 3-4 days, well, then like, all right, maybe this client isn't the best client to work for, right? Or if you're not getting any leads at all, then you have to go take a step back and be like, all right, what's wrong with my ad? Like, am I targeting? What's going on, right? So essentially, you get to figure that all out. And then on the flip side of that, if it's working for you, you're getting the client leads, they're closing the leads, all of a sudden they're like, dude, I just got like 3 leads out of this trial. This is awesome. They've already paid you some money, so you built that trust. Now it's like, all right, listen, we just ran this. You want to keep going? It's going to be, $500 a month in ad spend, and, $500 a month in retainer fee, right? So that's like the beauty of it right there, okay? And that's why I kind of wish I got into this earlier, because I would always be spending a lot of time on SEO, which I do well with, and it does work. It's just, you can come to a client and say, listen, you can get them your foot in the door and get them results fast with the LMV methods, right? And then build up that trust, that relationship, the results, get them making money, and then say, hey, listen, you're leaving a lot on the table with this old junky website we can rebuild for you for 3 to 4 grand, and all this SEO we can do for you for like $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? So you're just building up this whole system. And then they also teach in the vault like reputation management, and there's like just so many different ways to make money and help your client, right? Help them make money. Like there's nothing better than actually having a client come back and be like, dude, this is great. We're making money. We have clients. This is awesome, right? So again, you can literally log into LMV, get the training, get the client, set up the funnel, set up the Facebook, and typically have leads coming in the same day. Like now that I know what I'm doing, like I could go spin up a yoga funnel, right? Put the ad in Facebook, and literally, like as long as Facebook approves me in like the next couple hours, like I could literally have leads coming in today for a client, and that's pretty crazy. That's pretty unheard of, right? Again, you know, if you tried something and fell short, local marketing vault's just when the doctor ordered. Results now versus results later. Really trying to pound that into your head, right? And again, the biggest thing is to plan the process. It's all laid out for you, right? It's all laid out for you. You're never going to be left hanging, for real. Group of 5,000 marketers in the group answer your questions. Not all 5,000, of course, but it's pretty active. It's pretty crazy. You know, it's a great group. I'll just say that. What if you're number 3, right? All right, so you're okay with online marketing. You know some SEO. You have some affiliate sites. Maybe you ran some paid Facebook, kind of like me, right? You know, hey, way to go. I was number 3, by the way. Sometimes you just want to add something to your arsenal, right? You might have a dental client, chiropractor, yoga, personal training, and that's where the pre-built funnels come into play, right? Because let's say if you are here and you are doing something for some clients, right? You're doing SEO, but it would be nice to just supplement them a little bit. Now you can take some of these funnels, launch them. You can even, I mean, listen, you don't have to, if they're already your client and you just want to help them get results, like you can just maybe charge them a couple extra bucks to as a retainer and let them do the ad spend. You know what I mean? But you know, you're doing something for them that they don't know how to do. And if they went to some local agency listen, I know guys that have local agencies that have like, you know, 10 people, 10 employees. They're not touching clients for less than $10,000 a month. And they're getting worse. We get better results than they do. It's crazy. So the money's out there, right? So again, you know, it's just a good supplement, right? It's a nice way to add some extra income. And again, you're going to learn how to in the training, how to get new clients and sell them on leads versus, you know, now versus later. So it's just going to help you in your overall business, right? And if you already know the SEO, a few months in, you gain their trust with that, you can start, you know, working some SEO on them, right? So if you're number 3, I think I got the wheels turning, right? Am I right? I mean, if you have clients already, now we just have a proven system you can push them into. Like they have a whole reputation management system, which is really awesome. And if you're doing any local marketing, you know that Google reviews, Facebook reviews, it's huge right now. It's all about trust. It's all about ranking in Google My Business, having the best reviews. So they actually, the guys teamed up with the company, and they have a reputation management thing that lets you like upload someone's client list and then send out like texts and emails to get reviews. And there's a whole like, it's really cool. But it's just a great little supplement. I mean, I think you get it for like $69 a month, and people are charging like $199 to $299 to run this for clients a month. So like all right off the bat, I mean, that's a great foot in the door stuff for people too. Like that's what they teach in a lot of training. Like, hey, listen, maybe people aren't ready to spend all this money, but go teach them. Pitch them on reputation management. Like if they have 2 reviews on their Google My Business and they have thousands of clients, let's get to those clients and say, hey, can you leave us a review? Get them the reviews. Now all of a sudden it's costing you $69 for the rep management. You're charging $199. So now you're making what, $130 a month. No problem, right? So now you're getting a little bit of money back. You know, you're recouping maybe your cost for the program. All the while you're building that relationship with that client so you can pitch them on the other things later, right? You want to hear my story? You could skip it, whatever. This just talks about like, you know, me and my, you know, I've been doing marketing since 2006, right? And I bought a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've been over the years, like 6 or 7 internet marketing conferences, probably more. And, you know, combined, I probably spent at least $30,000, $40,000, like going to conferences, buying different things, you know. And like I said, I only mention it because in all these years, I've seen a lot of programs, right? And the one thing I could say about Jason and James, the creators of the Vault, is that they're not stopping anytime soon. And it's a big deal. Like, we've been in this group since 2017, right? Every Wednesday night, we have a weekly, a live call where Jason and James get on. They go through the basic housekeeping of what's going on in the group, and then they talk about what's going on. And then if you have a question, you ask it, and they're answering it. I mean, there's been calls where we've been on 3 hours, 4 hours, and that's every Wednesday. Like every Wednesday since I've joined. I mean, you know, they probably missed a handful because they were traveling or someone was sick or something happened, but they're still doing it. Like, that's a lot. That's pretty awesome that they're still combined. They're not handing it off to other people. They're running that. Jason does a newbie Monday call, and then we have there's coaches that actually do calls during the week too. So there's just so many, like, it's just, again, it's not stopping anytime soon. And I think that is the big game changer that the Vault has, right? But anyway, I don't know where you are in your journey. Let me go back like years ago when SEO was like a different game, right? At one point I was making like 25K. I mean, I am now, but at one point I was doing it on top of my 9 to 5, and it was great. And it was SEO. It all came crashing down, right? And I bring it up because I know a lot of people have dealt with the same thing, right? Like, I was still able to make things happen and get some, revenue after that, but never to the extent. Like, I kept, like I say here, like, I was always chasing the dream that I once had with the SEO because it was like so easy. And I think back, like, why didn't I take advantage of it, right? And, at the same time, instead of looking for some new skills and new ways of thinking, I just kept buying up courses and all these tools and shiny objects that thought we would get back to where I was ranking, right? And like that, it was just the wrong thing to do because the game had changed, right? SEO had changed. It still worked, but Google wasn't going to let you hack it as much as you want, especially if you're trying to build, if you're trying to do client work. Like, you can't hack client stuff. You can't do like crazy SEO things and get yourself in trouble, get them in trouble, right? You can't blow up their site, right? So, like, step in the local marketing vault, and kind of this is where I heard about the vault. Like, I think I saw an ad on Facebook and it intrigued me, and, I like the approach, but, like I said, like, what made this different than all like the other 20 ads I saw on Facebook that day, right? So I signed up for the call, and like I said, the rest is history. They told me the deal. He was giving me a sales pitch, and I'm like, dude, just tell what's the cost, sign me up. Like, I like it. Let's do it. Let's get going. So that was it. I mean, really, like, I was ready to go. This is just the thing, like, when I first had joined, I think it was like 2018, if you look at the sales boost contest, you can see who the winner is. Yep, me right here. Had pulled in 7 clients, 4,000, and they run every month. They run a client. So either who brings in the most money or who brings in the most clients, right? So using like a lot of the tactics, like to paste the funnels, like I was able to pull in 7 new clients and $4,129. Like, that's pretty crazy, right? And again, like, don't look at the rest of these people. Like, this is all other people making money. And this was 2018. Right? March 2018, something like that, right? And again, yeah, there's nothing better. Like, when people come in and they get their first win, they're like, "Oh, I just sold my first client." Like, we see that all the time, right? So check out. So again, I showed you the numbers for this month, right? But check this out. So this was February. This was the February contest that just finished, right? Now here's me and another person that I partnered with. $3,400 one client, and then $2,000. Now, I don't know why they didn't combine me. I thought I should have been combined, so I really should have got second here. And I think I actually had another small client too, but I didn't really, whatever. But again, like, not even about me. Like, look at all these other people. $6,995, 12 clients. $5,000, 2 clients. $3,600. Like, this is real. This is the real deal, man. Like, these are all people that had just put in money, and not everyone does it. Like I said, like, some people, people are busy running businesses. Some people could post in here and definitely blow this contest out of the water. But these are some of like the big dogs in the group, man. But they're not really doing this. Like, they don't want to like they do that. But I'm saying, like, look at all these. These are all the even little wins. $30. I mean, listen. The first time I ever made money online was one of the coolest things ever. Like, I had started a website, and it was back in the day, and it was just like Google AdSense, where you put ads on your website. And I remember, like, I had finally gotten this thing run up, and I made like $5 on a day, or the one day. And then it was like 10. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, if I make $10 a day off this website, that's $300 a month. I'm like, that's my car payment. Well, back then my car payment was like super low, or I had like a Dodge Neon or something, and it was like $180. But I was like, that's like game changing, right? So, like, and now to segue into another thing about that, like, you're online and you're looking at all these different things, right? You're looking at all these, people driving like crazy cars, and I quit my job in 30 days, or I'm making 50 grand in my first month. And like, that's awesome. It happens. People do it. I know people doing it. I know people making $100,000 a month. It's possible, but is it the reality? No, it's like not the reality, right? I tell people that all the time. Like, don't set yourself up. And listen, everyone's different. Like, if you're a go-getter and crazy, man, you could do that, then you might do it. But most people are not like that. Most people are coming in. It's going to take them time. So don't expect to have to quit your job in 30 days and be making 20 grand a month, right? I tell people, listen, You know, what would $500 a month extra in your pocket do for you? Most people are like, that's game changing. I would pay a couple bills, my car payment, right? I mean, $500 a month is a $6,000 a year raise, right? Like, where you're not getting a $6,000 a year raise in most jobs today, right? So all I'm saying is, like, focus on getting that first win, $500 a month client, $1,000 a month client, right? Once you get that, run with it, get good, then scale it and do it again and again, right? So, like, again, like most people, let's say you have a 9 to 5, you do okay, but you just, like, you're not saving, you're not getting, so, you know, even an extra 2-3 grand a month, like, that's life changing right there. That's just an extra 3 grand a month is $36,000 a year you just made, right? So you just have to look at it as baby steps too. Like, I just want to put that out there because a lot of people get stuck on the whole, like, you know, trying, like, I want to be driving a Ferrari in month 2 and, you know, all this stuff and everything like that. And it is possible. I'm telling you, like, the plan is here. It's just most people have to learn a little bit and go through it all. So I just want you to know that. Focus on the small wins, you know, focus on those little wins and just scale them up, right? All right. So where are we at? Oh, man, we're pushing a half an hour. I hope you're still with me. So again, you know, like, what is the local marketing vault, right? Like, maybe you're here, I've been rambling, you still don't even know what it is, right? But it's like, you know, the old process of getting stuff was, you know, you build a 10 to 15 page website, you push out content, you get an address, you build citations, you build links, you wait for the leads to come, you land clients with results first, whatever, right? The new process is you build a 2-page website, basically a landing page, a thank you page. You send paid traffic to it, you get leads, you land clients with results first, then you upsell to a website, you upsell to SEO, you upsell to reputation management. Essentially, that's it. Like, that's it. You know, again, I'll say it again, results now versus results later, right? What, in the traditional way, if you're coming from SEO and other methods that take time, you know, what's going to land a client faster? Coming into them saying, hey, listen, we can do this, this, and this, but it's going to take 2 to 3 months to get some traction and get you leads, and it's going to cost you, you know, $1,500 a month. Or we can do this, it's going to take about 2 to 3 days to get set up, and we'll get you leads coming in. And it's going to cost, you know, $1,500 a month. Well, they're going to go for the 2 to 3 days, right? And like I said before, once you know what you're doing and you get things dialed in, you could literally have stuff set up in one day running. It's crazy. So obviously, I think you see the difference. Like, again, you tell a client you want to wait 3 months or, you know, 2 to 3 days, right? 2 to 3 days sounds much better to me and potential clients. And again, there's still room for the SEO. Don't get me wrong. You know, and in the vault, they don't teach SEO. They teach you kind of how to outsource it. And actually on the website, on the main page of this Daily SEM, I have an actual 12 video course that teaches you how to understand SEO so you can sell it. I do all the SEO myself, but most people come in, you know, we're not trying to teach SEO here. We're just trying to teach the vault, but some people are going to come in and want it. So we have to give an option. So they do teach some outsourcing in there too. Or you can outsource to me. So again, this is where the vault truly shines. I know you're probably saying, Chris, yes, send paid traffic to a landing page. It's a no-brainer. That's partly easy, but do you know who to send to and what to send you, right? Do you know how to set up the Google ads and the Facebook campaign from scratch and actually target the right people? That's where the done-for-you campaigns come into play because it's all been done, right? Remember I told you all that money, that $8,000 I wasted on Google ads and Facebook? So, like, basically, you know, that's all been tested and stuff for you by Jason and James, right? So that's why when you run the funnels, it's all been tested. You put it out there and you're typically going to get results, right? Yeah, and again, there's 31 made for you funnels that cover building the funnels, how to set up the Google ads or the Facebook step by step. Honestly, I run a handful of Google ad stuff, but I'm not an expert in it by any means. Every time I go to set up a new Google ads account, I go into the PPC mastery course, which is in the course, and I follow Jason, and I follow the whole freaking thing to a T, and I do it that way because I forget all these things. And on top of that, now I don't know if you come from Google Ads, but it used to be Google AdWords. Now it's Google Ads, right? And you had one interface, right? And eventually they were trying to push you into their new interface, which you now have to use, but you could still go back. So the original training was all in the old ad interface, right? And it was a lot of training. Like, the training takes time. You have to walk through all this stuff. Even just this video is taking me time, and I'm not really even like doing anything. Like, so Jason actually went back and redid all the videos in the new interface and then uploaded them. So all I'm saying is most old programs I've been in, if something changed, they never went back and updated it. So all I'm saying is Jason is on top of it. He's literally blasting us every week with new updates. There's all charts and things you can see what the changes have been in the vault. Like, it's freaking great. There's a mortgage mastery section that go after loan officers with. It's pretty awesome. I ran that one for a buddy of mine who's a loan officer. Again, when I tell you this, I'll follow the vault instructions like Jason says, I get instant results. When I try to start and create my own stuff, I don't have half as good results. Now, that's not to say down the road you're not going to get better and create your own things, because I do right now. I have some stuff that I'm running that's running really well, but it's the foundation of the vault is what got me there, right? All I'm saying is when you jump into the course, like when I first jumped in, I had a guy who was like a landscaper. There's actually a landscaping funnel now, but at the time there wasn't. I just tried it's horrible because I didn't know what I was doing, and it's just like anything else. People join a business, even MLM or whatever, they don't know what they're doing. Then the next day they're out there trying to sell it, right? Same with this too. Like, don't just go and join the vault and then be like, hey, who needs marketing? Because like you don't know anything yet. Like you got to lock yourself in the room for a week or two and just go through the training, right? Like get it all out, get all the crap, get confused, get mad, get frustrated, ask the questions, right? This is a screenshot of the full, let me see if I can zoom in here. Okay, come on. All right, here we go. So this is the back end when you log into the vault, right? So again, like on the top here, every single Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we got a live. There's a couple things if you're not getting emails. If you made the 10K club, which I'm actually in, which I actually meant to tell James early so I can get my 30K thing this month. But when I'm actually going to San Diego this week, tomorrow for the mastermind event that I'm a part of in the group. But then there's the conference. They have Tech Concierge. You get one-on-one support, right? So you can actually get in, do that. And I think when you join, you get credits. I forget. But you can get someone to come in and literally help you, like one-on-one, like a guy like me. But I'm not really a coach, but these guys are trained in the vault stuff, so they can help you. LMV approved partners. Again, you would see people like me in there, people who could do sales, do tech, all that stuff. The LMV store, there's software, there's event recordings, there's other gear and different things that you can buy there. Fundwise Capital, that's like if you need help paying off like your tuition, like your fee and stuff, and even for other things too. It's pretty cool. And then if we come through here, this is it. Like, new member tour. Watch this video first. Download the LMV overview checklist, the whitelist instructions, video speed controller, which helps you speed up the videos. But, here, like you could see, sorry, it's hard for me to move the mouse here, but, each one of these, they open up and there's a bunch of videos in each one, like getting clients, the vault mindset, the strategy training, vault services training, building your agency, done for you value ladder training, funnel 101 training, funnel automation, PPC 101 training. And then down here, you see the tier 1 campaigns, tier 2 campaigns, tier 3 campaigns. That's got all the campaigns. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here, right? There's the VIP section. You got tons of stuff in here. And there's different tiers, campaigns, and different things. And, and they go into that at one point. People will say, well, what do I charge? What do I charge? Right. And my take on a lot of this stuff is, for the most part, you're doing the same amount of work, right? Whether it's you're doing a thing for a hairdresser or a lawyer, right? Obviously a lawyer is going to be able to pay you more, so they're a higher tier client. But listen, if you're working for people and charging them $500 a month or $1,000 a month to run a retainer for them is good for you, then so be it. What tier it is, charge what it is, but know that you're worth a lot more, because if you're bringing them in clients, if you can bring in, let's say, if you have a yoga person, right, and let's say they have $100 a month, or $150 recurring, program, you can charge them a good amount of money if you know you're bringing them in 5 clients. Let's say if you're bringing them in 5 clients, or 5 to 10 clients a month, that could be essentially $1,000 a month recurring into their bottom line, and that builds up exponentially, right? So you know what you're worth. So don't sell yourself short, but also don't just go run into a higher end lawyer and be like, I charge $5,000 a month, and like you may not even be up to that skill level yet. So I'm just saying, just be comfortable with what you're charging, right? So again, actually, let me. Oh, sorry if you hear my dog barking. What's he barking at? So this was actually the 10K club right here. Recognizes Chris Azari for reaching milestones. 5 clients, 10 clients, 2019 10K club member. That's cool. I don't know what my dog is barking at. Hold on a second. Wow, who knows? It's probably saving us from burglars or something, and I'm yelling at him, right? Again, Text Concierge, went through all this stuff. Is it a scam? What do you think? Is it a scam? Like, no, it's not a scam. I wouldn't be on here, like, telling you who I am and doing all this stuff if it wasn't a scam. Trust me, I bought my share. Again, look at the image. This image actually has 4,931. I think we're at like 5,003 or 4 now. And I literally only made this review like a week or two ago. But again, like speaking of, let's just say 5,000 members that all paid to get an LMV. I'm sure you want to know how much it costs, right? We already went through the cost, right? So Just think about that for a second. There's 5,000 people in here that paid, anywhere from $4 to $7 grand to get in this group, right? That's pretty awesome. I mean, if you think about it, if it's all right, and I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what the dog is barking at. But oh my gosh, look, we're at 40 minutes here. I don't even know if you stuck with me. I don't know if anybody has gone this far into the video. If you did, I'd be pretty impressed. But this is like my typical phone call with someone who comes in and asks me all these questions, right? We went through the costs, right? Again, we went through all of that, so that's what it's going to cost. Is it worth it? Yes. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Call me. Give me a call if you want to call me. No problem. Who are Jason Bonardies and James McKinn? I got their names backwards. Jason Bon. I should show him that. That's pretty funny, actually. Jason McKim and James Bonardies. That's pretty funny. Listen. I met these guys. They're legit. Jason has been in the game a long time. He kind of comes from the background that I came from in SEO. We knew a lot of the same people. And James, same thing, man. He's been grinding and doing stuff, And they met at a network marketing event, and they said, "Yo, let's put this together and create some training." And they literally created the vault and did couple funnels and did some stuff. And they all know their things. Like, they both have their strong points, but they're really about helping people succeed. Like, seriously, Jason is like a magician when it comes to all the stuff. I mean, he knows everything. You jump on the weekly live and you'll see why. He'll tell you, ask him a question, he knows exactly what the answer is. He'll give you some hard love too. Like, if you come in complaining or whining, he's going to ask you to see your checklist. He's going to ask you what you've been doing, and he's going to set you straight, right? I'm telling you, like, these guys are the best. James the same way. He's been doing this a long time, and it shows. And again, it's like the support you get from them. Like, these are the owners of the company. I mean, think about this for a second. If I just told you like 5,000 people are in the vault, right? And I don't know, they all paid the same amount, but just think about, like, if the average is $4,000 to $7,000, let's say the average is like $5 grand. So $5,000 times 5,000 people. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. They don't get all of it. They're giving it to sales guys, different costs and stuff. They're spending tons of money to market this thing. But what I'm saying is, like, they're still here. Like, you get the support. It's crazy. Like, Jason will usually answer people's questions via Facebook in a video, and he's answered my personal PMs like with in-depth video explanations. Like, who does that, right? Like, so someone will come on in the group and they'll be like really upset about something or do something. Jason will come on, make a really quick Zoom video and just explain it. And it's like, boom, thank you. Like, someone could be like on a forum or part of some group and email and text support and not getting answers for days or not getting results, and it's like, it's just so comforting to know that you can come in and get that kind of support. So cons, right? So yeah, all right. So Chris, you said all good things. There has to be some bad, and you're right. Like, again, life isn't all rainbows and butterflies. There's definitely some cons. I mean, it is expensive, right? It's not cheap. Is it worth it? If you put the time, I believe it is, but the cost can be a big issue for many people that are already struggling, right? So I get it. It's a big chunk of money, man. Like, it really is, you know what I mean? Some would say on the flip side, like, you got to have a little skin in the game, but that's not like, they're not charging you to do that. But yeah, it is. Like, if I went and bought something for $200, I went and bought something for $350 the other day. It's actually a service, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I haven't even touched it. It's like 4 days ago. You know what I mean? If I paid $3 grand for it, I would definitely probably be touching it and using it. But it's like, people will go to college and spend $20,000, $30,000 a year, and you're literally not even learning skills that are going to like help you succeed like in business, right? You're learning the skills. Like, listen, I went to college. When I went to college, it was, I don't know, about $10,000 a year, right? I went to like a local state school here in New Jersey, and it was great. I went to college. It was awesome. I didn't learn a damn thing like about what I want to do with business. When I finished college, I ended up going to a tech school for $15,000 for 5 months of school and learned computers and tech. And, that's how I got like my 9 to 5 and stuff. And, that's what, like, the tech stuff was what I was into. So I'm always kind of good with this tech thing. But, again, like, 15, like, you go spend $100,000, these kids are spending $100,000 in debt coming out of school, get a job for like 40, 50 grand. And I literally just told you I made $40,000 recurring month just in this past month with partnerships from LMV, right? So you just have to get past that, like, like, it's a little expensive, but it's a good program. If you put your mind to it and you do stuff, you're going to get good results, right? Another con, it's a lot of information to take in. You can get overwhelmed. Trust me, I've seen people burn out. That's why, again, it's essential to follow the checklist, follow the process, ask for help, right? Bad guys can enter the group. When I say bad guys, I mean there's been people who have actually joined to try and come and sell you on other services. It's pretty shady, but it happens. You know, that's the thing. Like, people know, like, people on the outside know, like, if they come into this group, they know it's a good group. They know it's a group of people who have spent money to be here, and then they're trying to, like, sidetrack you into something else. And, you know, those guys gets weeded out pretty freaking quickly. It's a pretty tight-knit group for sure. All of a sudden, people start sending PMs and these little shady things, and it's like, man, you're out of here. There are hidden expenses. Like, what? Really? No, like, not hidden, but after you pay to get in the group, there's some services. Like I told you, ClickFunnels, WooForms, Zapier, maybe call tracking, depending on what you're doing. There's a couple other things there, but you're looking at $150 to $200 a month to run those services. And again, if you don't have a client, you don't need to be paying for those services, right? So get the client, let them pay. But, you know, what other business, too, can you run for like $150, $200 a month? I mean, geez, you know, I was talking to someone joined the group yesterday, and he has a mobile paint repair business. It's pretty cool. He does okay with it, but he needs some passive income. You know, there's days where he can't work because he can't be outside, so he wants to do something else. But, you know, he's like, yeah, man, he's like, it cost me 30 grand to get this business up and running. And then he has his expenses every month, too. So, I mean, listen, this is a very low entry point business, right? Again, you could get dealt some harsh love. Not sure if it's a con, but if you're looking to come in and complain about the program not getting results, you'll get a wake-up call real quick. Jason's going to make you put your cards on the table, and I think that's awesome. So, yeah, that's like really it for the cons, but there are realities to those cons. People are going to come in and say, oh, it's too expensive, there's hidden costs, they don't tell you that. It's like, listen, no one's in here. Like, we're not a group of 5,000 people. I'm not going to San Diego this week to see a couple hundred people in this group because it's a con, you know what I mean? So, anyway. Frequently asked questions. There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know if we're pushing on 46 minutes. I really hope someone stuck with me. If you stuck with me at this point, please just say a comment and be like, dude, I stuck with you, man. 46 minutes. I'm in. That would be really cool. Hey, Chris, after sources targeting leads through we need to sell information to clients. What type of training is provided with regard to selling small business owners? Are we expected to drive around our local area? If a new client ends up being $1,000 a month, how much is generally spent? Hey, Nick. Yeah, first part of training really is client getting. You get multiple ways how to do it. You're going to come up with an ad spend amount with a client and a retainer, so you really have to work out the numbers with a client, which is in the training as well. I just landed a client in the real estate niche, $500 a month ad spend with $1,250 a month retainer. So hope that kind of helps. Do you have to pay for Facebook ads beside the initial fee? Yeah, you need to pay for Facebook and Google ads, but typically the cost is passed on to the client, right? So depending on how you want to do it, you could do something like $500 ad spend and $500,000 retainer. So typically you're going to learn in there, you get a Facebook business manager, right? Now, typically what happens is you're going to set up, depending on it, some clients may already have one, and then you just kind of access theirs, and then you have your own. But what you do is, what I like to do, you could pay for the Google ad, you could pay for all the ads yourself and then charge them for it. But typically, so let's just say if I spend $1,000 on ads, and then I charge you $1,000, right? First, I got to take fees out of that, right, from my payment processor, so I'm losing a little bit of money there. Then you're getting taxes. I mean, I know the other thing's expense, but you know it can add up when you have a lot of people, right? So typically, and then you don't know, like maybe a client's going to be shady and not pay you, right? So I always like to get my client, whether it's in Google, the Google Ads manager or the Facebook manager. I get their credit card on file. So they know that every month Google and Facebook's going to charge them whatever the ad spend is, then I'm going to send my separate invoice for my retainer, right? Regarding ClickFunnels, so each client site for my clients will be created using a separate ClickFunnels site. Is that one ClickFunnels account, or do I have to buy a new ClickFunnels account? Nope, you run them all through your own. Each account has different plans. So there's like, you know, a 5-site plan, unlimited plan. So there's all different ones. But if a client wanted their own, you could run them, you know, on there, no problem. Do you have your own website to do all this? Do you have your own website to do this altogether? All the costs to do business with everything involved, about how much would it be? Oh, no, you don't need your own website, but if you're looking to start your own agency, it'd be good to set it up down the road. They teach you how to build out your whole agency site in there, right? Again, teach you in the training. Honestly, ongoing costs when you sign up are about $150, you know, depending on what plan you have. If you need to move up a Zapier account and a WooForms account and ClickFunnels account, that's a good problem to have because it means you have more clients, right? Good problems. Only be spending money if you have a client, right? Unless you have extra money and you want to play around with it, that's fine. But like, just know that it's going to cost you money. What do you find the hardest stumbling block to get new clients? And has the new marketing rules that Facebook has recently rolled out made it harder and more expensive to advertise? Biggest stumbling block can be showing them previous results depending on your niche. Yeah, a lot of times you can use the vault results to show what the group has been doing. I'll often mention, yeah, my team, because this has worked well for me. That's like really in the vault. Like that's why, again, it's really why they teach you to start with a trial, so you can really figure out what results are going to be and gain the client's trust, right? So it makes sense. So yeah, so sometimes that's the thing. People come in and like, well, I don't have any results to show anyone. I've never done this before. So yeah, in the vault, you can use some of the group results because that's what people are getting, right? And you're not lying. You're just, it's your team. Like I like to say, it's my team. Like if I don't know what I'm doing, I know someone who does know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to scam them. I'm trying to lie to them. It's just I haven't ran that thing. I know the process, but listen, I'm going to show you the results that we're getting here to show you that we can get these results. I'm not just pulling it out of thin air, right? The system involved cold calling or hard selling. I'm not a salesperson, more of an entrepreneur. Yeah, those are some of the ways to do it, but they offer a lot of different ways to get clients. And again, if you are better at doing some of the tech, you can go into the preferred partner section and get someone to do group sales for you, calls for you. How long does it really take before you can start making money, right? It's a pretty honest question. And it really does depend. Like with what I know now, if you came to me and said you have a dentist that needs help, yeah, I could literally get them leads in like 1 to 2 days and you can get paid. But once you sign up, you're going to want to just try to block out a few days, a few hours a day, get right into the videos, trust the process. It's really laid out. Watch the videos, listen to what Jason and James say. It's really that easy. Of course, I'm always here to help you in the Facebook group, which is awesome, by the way. These are just answers at it. But again, it does. How long does it take? Like I said, like if you knew somebody that needed leads in a certain niche that's already in the vault, like you could literally go and partner up with somebody and have a client in a couple of days, right? But I would say realistically, if you're just trying to get in the course, learn everything, figure some things out, I mean, I would think, I don't see why you couldn't be getting some clients or reaching out in a month or so to be getting your first client. I really don't see that. If you're doing it all on your own, I don't see that being a hard thing to do. But again, how much are you diving into this, right? Do you have a 9 to 5? Are you getting home from work and then you're putting in a couple hours at night? Or, are you just boom, shutting the door and locking yourself in a room for a week and going through all this? So it kind of really does depend on like how much time you're putting into it. I'm looking for a career change. I have physical challenges that call me chronic pain. Cannot job on a computer. I'm searching hard to find something. How many hours a day to monitor your campaign? Does it require 2, 4, 6 hours to get up and going? Yeah, honestly, if you block out a few hours a day of training and get you going, should be good. To monitor the campaigns, like once they're up and running, like you could take a peek every few days, you know what I mean? You can have alerts set up so you see leads coming in. So some days, like, you'll see a lot of leads coming in, and then maybe like some days all of a sudden, if you notice like leads aren't coming, like maybe you go check it out. But yeah, like there's really, once stuff is up and running, like there's been campaign. I mean, I have one campaign running I haven't touched in like 4 months. Like I spend $10 a day. You know what I mean? Like once it's running really good. So there's really not much time in maintaining. How much do leads cost you on average? If a personal injury attorney is paying you $3,000 a month to source leads, usually in a crowded market, those leads cost 10, 20, even 50. Are they paying $3,000 a month to you guys to source them leads plus their lead cost, ad cost, PPC? Yeah, I mean, I never ran these types of campaigns, but in the training, the FB lead, there is a personal injury one. So the Facebook leads are anywhere from $35 to $85 a lead, and AdWords $50 to $100 a lead with a conversion rate of 8 to 20%. Those are the numbers that they have in the vault. Again, I've never ran them. So you'd really need to come up with an ad spend with them and a retainer to run it. So that's why we like to do the trials in the beginning to get a feel for the cost per lead, in that area and how the client is actually handling them, right? Because again, like if you're getting them leads and they're not like following up with them in the first like 15 minutes to an hour, or days, then it's really not going to work out. And they also have some automation software too that they can run that will actually do that for you, which is pretty cool too. But yeah, essentially you want to block out how much they want to spend on ads every month and then have your retainer. Just don't mix the two in, because you can end up losing your shirt all of a sudden if you promise them leads are going to be $20 and they end up costing you $50, right? What if you don't live in the United States? Will this work? I live in Canada. Yeah, man. I mean, do you have local businesses in Canada? They need new customers, of course, right? Like, yeah, I know a bunch of people in Canada that are doing it. You can run Facebook and Google ads. Some things might be different, like businesses use different terminology and different things like that, and keywords and different sayings. So you may have to look from that. But again, like people in the vault are from all over the world: UK, Canada, Africa, Australia. I mean, everywhere. So you jump in, you can ask people what they're doing, team up with them if they're local to you. So yeah, no problem. Can I just learn some basic Facebook and Google ads and do this myself? I mean, I boost my posts all the time and get some decent traction with Facebook. I just don't understand the course I get. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Again, I didn't want to leave the longest answer here, but long story short, yeah, when I signed up, yeah, here's what I talk about. When I signed up and I looked at my lifetime budgets combined for both, it was 8,500-ish. I was like, what? Right? Like in the last 3 or 4 years, I spent $8,500 on those platforms, and I couldn't believe it. It was just me tossing money away, right? So essentially, James and Jason have wasted the $8,500, or in their case, hundreds of thousands, and created the ads, the landing pages, and the offers, which essentially save you the $85 of testing on your own, right? So again, like boosting posts is really not, they don't boost posts bad posts, because essentially you're not, it kind of skews things, and it doesn't give Facebook the detailed targeted stuff you're trying to do. I mean, you could do it sometimes if you have a page that's been built up and you have different, fans and stuff, you can use it for that. But overall, everything you're sending traffic to needs to have a purpose, right? The landing, what's the funnel? Where are we sending to? Don't just boost a post to boost a post to get likes and stuff on it. We want to send people somewhere, get opt-ins, get leads, right? And again, you can learn some basic Facebook and Google Ads stuff and do it yourself, but there comes the testing, right? Like again, like the proven pre-made funnels is really the gold in the program in a way, because you can just stamp those out, right? And they've all been tested and stuff, so like on average what you're going to get. So, all right, so what do we got here? Oh, yeah, like again, I just literally launched this post about 10 days ago. So, yeah, this is somebody who just said, looking at business a few years ago, I really like what I see. I spent close to 30 years in the ad business. I know traditional adding is no effective advertising dollars. Feel like do well in this business. Yeah, they talked about another program. I don't know that program. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard of programs that work, but again, like I joined this one, I'm in it, it's rocking and rolling. Like that's all I could say. You know what I mean? Again, 3 years ago when I had my call, I whipped out my credit card and took the leap. You know what I mean? I know if someone wants to get an LMV and is having some money issues, they'll work with you, but I don't know the details, and I know the program's a lot more. And again, give me a ring, call me. Listen, if you're coming in and you're on hard times and stuff, and you want this program, you want to change your life, make the phone call. Like, they will work with you. They'll figure something out. You know what I mean? Like, if you have the drive and stuff, they'll work with you for sure. So listen, oh my gosh, this is almost an hour long video review. I hope you made it. If you made it even here, comment below. So listen, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go to San Diego tomorrow. Actually, hold on one second here. I was actually going to show you the local marketing vault page, but I just have like all my stuff and all my other pages in there, and I feel like blurring it out. I was going to show the LMV event, but so essentially tomorrow I'm going out to, there was a mastermind in the course. It's a 2-day event. It's called Elite Evolution in the local marketing vault, which costs $10,000 to get into. And this is just an elite thing to bring your business to the next level. So I'll be going out there for Thursday and Friday, and then Friday night into the weekend is going to be the local LMV live event, right? So I've been to every one since the start, so which was 2018 in San Antonio, Texas. Last year it was in New Orleans, and this year it's going to be in San Diego. So I'm really looking forward to it. Events are huge. Go there, meet people. I mean, that's how the local marketing vault was created. Jason and James kind of met each other at a group event, and they got together and put this together. So that's where I'll be going. To meet people that I've called and talked to on the phone that have found my reviews and got them signed up, and people that I'm working with, people that I'm closing deals with. And then my goal is to go in there and talk to other people, because obviously I like to talk, and just come back with another 10 grand in deals, right? Because I want to just ramp this up. I want to just keep going. I want to scale this. Again, I hit $30,000 this month in February 2020. Next month, I don't know if I'll hit 30,000. I'll definitely hit 20. I'm definitely at 20 of recurring and different money. There was a couple big jobs in there, but I could, I want to keep going, right? So I just got to keep putting more people in and keep making things happen. So again, if you have any questions, look down there for my phone number and give me a call. If you're ready, fill out this form here. And it's going to put you into a calendar thing, and you can get on a coach call, and it's going to show you some other cool stuff, right? So, I mean, listen, I'm here for you. It's almost an hour. Should I just hang out for like 2 more minutes to get us to an hour? No, I don't know. I don't even know if anyone's here with me. So again, I am pro local marketing vault. I know it because I'm in it. I use it. I am on the group every day, dealing with people. That half the battle, half the power of this is the group that you're part of, right? It's still active. The owners are active. I don't see it stopping anywhere soon. We just hit 5,000 members, and I think that will just continue to grow. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I answered all your questions. I'm trying to think if there's any other super question that I get all the time. But ultimately it comes down to you, right? Like to how much you're going to put into this. If you're going to take it seriously as a business, right? It's a business. Take it seriously as a business, right? And focus on it, learn it, and grow with it. Fail fast, get those no's fast, because the quicker you do, the quicker you learn, and the quicker you're going to succeed. So, all right, with that said, take it easy, like this video and all that good stuff, and I will hope to see you on the inside. All right, take care.